Hello all and welcome to our PRINCE2 Foundation based on the latest update of this certification. I will be with you. I'm Nuruddin Tahaini. I'm a project management, IT service management and agile certification trainer. Before we start, let's check this slide. In this slide, we will have the URL of our website, CertiBanks.com, where you can find many training courses on different professional certifications. Here you can see the link of our course, our PRINCE2 foundation based on the 7th edition. In addition, you will find the training group, you will find the studying group on different social media websites such as the Facebook group, Telegram group, WhatsApp group, and also you can find our email if you need to contact us for any help, any support. In addition, you will find our WhatsApp number. As you can see, our course contains 15 modules. These modules will cover all the syllabus for the PRINCE2 Foundation based on the 7th edition. And let's start with the first one with the introduction. Here is Module 1, Introduction. In this module, we will talk about PRINCE2, about PeopleCert and Axelos, about PRINCE2 Foundation 7th edition exam overview, and we will talk about the certification itself. Let's first start with PRINCE2. PRINCE2 is considered one of the most famous and popular project management methods or certifications. Along with PMP, with the project management professional, they are considered the most important certification. You will find PRINCE2 is more popular in Europe or in UK, mainly UK, Australia, and different European countries. PRINCE2 is more popular there. But if you go to USA, if you go to Canada, the popularity will be more for PMP. But in general, PRINCE2 and PMP are considered the most popular and the mostly used project management methods in the globe. The name of PRINCE2 comes from the abbreviations from the words projects in controlled environments 2. This was the name of the certification, the long name of the certification. It was officially launched in 1996 by the UK government. Then after that, its ownership was moved to Axelos, and after that, PeopleCert acquired Axelos. So now PeopleCert is the owner of this certification. We will talk about this in the next slide. In general, PRINCE2 has two levels. The first level is the foundation level, which will be our topic in this training, and there is a higher level, which is the practitioner level. These are the main levels of a PRINCE2. There is also another certification, which is called PRINCE2 Agile. This is a mix between PRINCE2 in project management and the agile methods, the agile techniques. This is a different certification. Also, its courses are available on CertiBanks. Also, PRINCE2 Agile contains two levels: PRINCE2 Agile Foundation and PRINCE2 Agile Practitioner. This course will be based on the 7th edition, which was launched in 2024. Now let's talk about PeopleCert and Axelos. PeopleCert is the intellectual property owner of this global best practice of PRINCE2. So the owner of PRINCE2 now is PeopleCert. Before in 2021 and the years before, it was owned by Axelos. PeopleCert were only the administrator of its exam. This was in the previous years. But after PeopleCert acquired Axelos in 2021, PeopleCert became the IP or the intellectual property owner for this certification. PeopleCert owns other certifications such as Prince2 Agile, ITIL, MSP, P3O, and other certification. Either you go to PeopleCert or go to Axelos websites, you will find a list of certifications offered by PeopleCert. So this is regarding who owns PRINCE2 certifications. The answer is PeopleCert. And now let's talk about the exam. At the beginning, you should know that PRINCE2 foundation exam is a closed book exam. You cannot have any material with you during the exam. You are not permitted to use any material during your exam. So this is for the material allowed. The duration of the exam is 60 minutes, 1 whole hour. But in case you have the exam in a language that is not your native language, you will be given 25% extra time, which means that you will get an additional 15 minutes. So the total duration of your exam will be 75 minutes in total. So this is for the exam duration for PRINCE2 Foundation, the 7th edition. You will have 60 questions in your exam. All of these questions are multiple choice. You will have 4 options and 1 option is correct. The pass mark for this exam is 60%, which means that you need to score 36 correct question or more from these 60 questions. The level of these questions is only you need to recall, you need to remember, depending on the memorization or depending on the understanding. So you will not get any question that requires analysis or requires evaluation. All what you need to have is recalling information or simple understanding of this studying material. This is the level of the PRINCE2 Foundation exam questions. This exam can be taken online, but it will be a proctored exam. There is the proctor who will monitor you through the camera, through microphone. You will not be allowed to have any other material to help you during the exam. You should be in a quiet place. There is nothing on your desk, on your table. Also, if there is any computer monitor, computer screens, sometimes they ask you to cover them or to remove them from the room. Sometimes the proctor asks you to put the door in the back of you, which means that you will sit in front of the door. And to start any exam, you need to have an ID. This ID should contain your photo, your portrait photo, and also your name in Latin characters, in English characters. This ID can be the ID or even the passport, or sometimes driving license. Also, it does the job. So the proctor will verify your identity. Then he will ask you to, for example, to carry your laptop and to rotate it in the room. So the proctor can see that there is nothing in the room. Sometimes he asks to see the surface of the desk or the table. That is, there is nothing to help you also there. The place should be quiet. You should have a stable internet connection. So these are some of the rules to have a proctored online exam from the home. So again, PRINCE2 exams, PRINCE2 Foundation exam can be taken as online. This is for the PRINCE2 Foundation exam. if we have a look on the modes of the questions or the types of the questions, we will see 4 types. The standard question, he will ask you about one correct answer from 4 options. This is the standard. Also, sometimes they will ask on the missing word. We have a missing word here you need to identify. Sometimes they give you 4 options, so you will answer which options are correct. Normally, 2 of these options will be correct, either 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, or 1 and 4. So you will select the correct statements. And there is the negative question where there is a not. You will answer which option is the negative here. So these are the questions of the PRINCE2 Foundation exam. All these information are taken from the syllabus book. This book is available on Axelos website. You can download this this small book. It is about 10 papers only. It contains information about the exam as the information we talked about in the previous slide, also the types of the questions, and it will contain the topics from the official book that will be covered in the official exam. So this is the syllabus. It can be downloaded for free, either from Axelos website or from the training materials in CertiBanks course. The official book for PRINCE2 Foundation 7th edition is called PRINCE2 7 Managing Successful Projects. But again, you don't need to read all this book. Just focus on the training material here in our training and it will do the job. The book is good as a reference, but you don't need to go into every detail in this book. So this is the official book of the PRINCE2 Foundation 7th edition. Once you pass your exam, within 2 working days, you will get the certificate. You can download it from your account in PeopleCert. Again, because we mentioned something about vouchers, normally the price of the exam differs based on the country. So if you go to PeopleCert, you will find that the exam price, the PRINCE2 Foundation 7th edition range is between $580 and $680. This depends on the country or the location where you are. But we recommend to purchase exam voucher. Exam voucher is normally bought or purchased from the training partners. Its price is much cheaper than to purchase from the official website or from PeopleCert website. Normally, the exam vouchers are about $500. So we recommend to purchase vouchers, and once you get the voucher, which is a 16-digit code, you will take this voucher and go to your account in PeopleCert, paste it there, and continue to schedule your exam. So you will not be asked to pay for the exam on PeopleCert if you already have a voucher. So this is for the PRINCE2 certification in general. This certification validity is 3 years. You can see that we have a 3 years validity. Also, you will find the certification number, which is the identifier for this certification, and there is the identifier of the candidate number. It is the identifier or the number you will have for your account on PeopleCert. This number, the candidate number, is useful when you contact the technical support or the customer service on PeopleCert. They normally ask you about the candidate number. You find it on your certification. In addition, you can find it on your account in PeopleCert. Just log into your PeopleCert account, go to overview, and you will find your candidate number is there. So this is for the certification. As we mentioned, the certification validity is 3 years. So you have the choice either to renew your certification or to leave it expire. If you need to renew your certification, you have 3 options. The first option is to do the exam again, to re-examine. In this case, additional 3 years are added to your certification expiry date. Or you can pass another exam or another certification from the same category in PeopleCert. Here I'm talking about pass any other PRINCE2 certification, and here we are talking about the PRINCE2 practitioner, or any PRINCE2 Agile certification or MSP from related to program management, or MOR. The certification relates to risk management, MOV, MOP, P3O certification. If you pass any of these certifications, your PRINCE2 Foundation certification validity will be extended. But again, be careful that we are talking about certification from PRINCE2 family or category. So here, if we are talking about ITIL, for example, because it is a very famous and popular certification from PeopleCert, passing ITIL will not renew PRINCE2 because it is from a different category than PRINCE2. So be careful about this one if you need to renew your certification. This is the second option to renew your certification. The third option is to have your PeopleCert annual membership active for 3 years. It costs about £100, which is about 120 US dollars. So every year you will renew this membership. During the year you need to apply 20 CPDs, continued professional development units. Each CPD is equal to 1 hour of learning or from practicing project management in any field. So you need, for example, to have 20 hours or 20 CPDs every year. And during 3 years, you will have 60 CPDs. So at the end of the 3 years, your PRINCE2 Foundation certification will be extended for another 3 years. So this is the third method to renew your certification. Now let's talk about the course on CertiBanks. Go to CertiBanks website. You can access the PRINCE2 Foundation course by searching the course here. You go to PRINCE2 Foundation, or if you scroll down, you will find it here with the project management certifications. Once you purchase the course, you will go to the course from this button. So once you access the course, you will find the first tab. It talks about the course description, the content of this course. Then you will find the practice tests, the question bank. Here you will find questions based on the module and full tests or full practice tests. The module tests or the module exams will help you during your study. For example, our study plan is based on that you go and study the module, then solve its test. If you pass and get a good score, you will move to the next module, study this module, and do its test. So this is the studying plan. If you access any test, either module tests or the full tests, you will find that you will have two modes to do your tests. The first mode is the exam mode. In the exam mode, you cannot see the correct answers until you finish the exam. So you will review the questions and the correct answers with their explanations at the end of the exam. While in the practice mode, if you select the practice mode, you can check the answer per each question. Here is a sample, for example, and look here, you can begin a new test and you can resume tests in case you start any test, but you did not finish it for any reason. You can come later and resume the test from the point you reach it in the previous attempt. So if we start a new test, here the exam mode, look in the exam mode, you cannot see the answer. You will get the answer at the end. So once you reach the final question, you will answer it and then you will finish the exam. Here you will see your score, for example, and review the questions. Here you will see the question, your answer, and the correct answer, and the explanation. Again, if you go to the test, again, here you will find your attempt. You can review your attempt, or you can start the test again. Here, if we start the test again with the practice mode, you can see that you can show the answer per each question. So this is in general how to use the question bank. Back to the course, you will find the tab for the training material. Here you will find the studying material, the same as the slides we are talking about in our training. You will find this syllabus, you will find the studying plan here. And the studying plan, as we mentioned, you need to study each module, do its exam, then go forward till you finish all the modules. Then you will go to the full tests for the full exams and do them. This is the studying plan in general. And here you will find the training lectures. You can select the English and go to the module and see the training videos for each lecture.